tomorrow I'ma do this shit again. Then tomorrow I'ma do this.
Good morning, and what the fuck is up, guys? Okay, it is bright and fucking early. It is 4:30 a.m. 4:34 to be exact, but we are up and at 'em, gonna get some fasted cardio in. I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck are you up at butt crack of dawn? You don't have to be butt crack. Yeah, you don't have to be up at the butt crack of dawn anymore. However, my days are still jam-packed, so that being said, I like to be like at home working on the computer, getting all that stuff done by the middle of the day. And I hate getting cardio done at like 1, 2, 3 p.m. I think it's actually the fucking worst. I'm always someone who's like, get the hard shit out of the way first. Like if I look at a plate and there's like all my foods, I'm gonna eat the one I like the least first. I'm gonna savor my favorite one for the last. I'm the same way when I attack my schedule. Like I schedule all my hard shit first. And if it's between me, you know, waking up at 4:30 or 4 instead of 5:36, I'm gonna do it because that means that I get to bump it out. In a couple hours, I'll get my lift in, separate that by a few hours, get home, and I get to just dive in for the rest of the day, be done with the hard shit, or at least the physical shit. I get to just be done. So that's what the fuck I am about. But here is what I do first thing in the morning. I'm gonna show you actually how I start my day just to get my fucking digestion going fast and before we even get to cardio. Alright, we got apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna get some lemon in this biatch, dash of salt, and then actually getting some glutamine in there. We're gonna put all this in there. And then actually, what I do personally most days, just for cardio's sake, boom, put a little L-carnitine in there, just to get a good sweat going, get a little burn going. And then what I'm also gonna do is actually put some of my amino acids in there, because even with my calories a little bit higher than they were during my cut, I need to make sure that I'm doing my cardio. I want to minimize any type of muscle burning, so as much muscle preserving I can do while still keeping my cardio going, because this is a, you know, reverse diet season, going to a growing season. I need to make sure like all my eyes and sights are on growth. So minimizing any type of muscle loss, which is harder to do than people think. You don't just like burn muscle right away. But if I can add some aminos and just get into an anabolic state first thing in the morning before I eat, the sooner I wake up, the sooner I want to be in an anabolic state. So that's what we're doing. And here we go. And just like that, we are back. Cardio's done. Hardest part of the day, donezo. So it is time to get the fuck out of these sweaty ass clothes. Web will be here in about an hour and a half, hour or so. So gonna make sure we get ready, and then we're gonna take you guys through some eating before we get a fucking lift in. That's fucking nuts. I was making fucking moves. Fucking little thing. Are we going? Back with another day in the life. We haven't done this since I think I moved out here, so we're gonna make sure, show you around the house a little bit. Still not done, still a lot of work to do. Also give you a full day of eating today, starting with my pre-workout meal. We're about to measure out fucking, what am I eating today? I think I'm doing 45 grams. Let me grab my phone just so I don't fuck this up. We're gonna do some cream of rice, and then we're also gonna pair it with a little bit of, right before we leave out the door, that Joe Andrews honey, salt, cinnamon on the banana. So I'm gonna take you guys through that real quick. Let's get it. They're up a bit more than they were about 2 weeks ago, so I'm not gonna be a fucking dickhead and start eating some bullshit. What I'm just gonna do is actually put all those carbs right to fucking work. So I've just increased my pre and post 44. Perfect, 46, close enough. I've just increased my pre and post workout meal. And if you're actually trying to grow and you're actually taking your growing season seriously, you don't just look for opportunities to eat some bullshit. I can't be like, oh, I have more carbs now so I can have some bullshit. I'm like, yo, I got more to fuel the fucking lift. So, cream of rice, honestly, you're supposed to do like a cup per serving of water, but I feel like no matter what I do, it's never quite there anyway. So, I've gotten pretty good at eyeing it. So take this motherfucker. Started off with a minute while we get the other part going, which is gonna be the pre. I've already told you guys I do a non-stim and stim combination, a little fucking, what do they call it, suicide shot. So we're gonna go full, because as upper body today, we're going full upper body today. So I'm gonna go full pre scoop. Also gonna add a little pump. Don't mind the slippers. My man's wearing his shoes in the house. So, my fucking pre-workout meal has also included my pre-workout stim. So I'm gonna do full scoop. This is probably the only protein I've ever taken on an empty stomach. It does not make me feel like shit. It's fucking lactose-free, nut-free, gluten-free, all the frees. And it fucking has like a juice consistency, so it just goes out super smooth, and it mixes super well with my pre-workout. So I actually make my pre-workout shake with some protein in it, combined with the carbs. My whole pre-workout meal is like, I think, 0.03 grams of fucking fat, including the banana. So let's see if I can get this out being a dickhead and getting messy. Come on, come on. Okay, we're gonna get there. So we're gonna do full scoop of that. Let's get this right there. And I normally have the non-stim, but I'm trying to get through this because I picked this up on the road and I feel like I should just use it, not waste it. It's raw. Have you ever heard of that brand? Never heard of them? Nah. That's what I was just telling Webb off cam. Raw is making fucking moves. Chris has been sleeper working. Fucking Keon and fucking Terrence. There's some great add-ons. Keon's video yesterday, I was like, this one. So we got half scoop there. This already has pump in it, so the extra is just because you're not gonna get quite the amount that I want when I know I'm hitting multiple body parts on a day like today. So we're gonna be going chest, tries, and shoulders. So I'm like, yeah, let me make sure I get myself all the blood. So caffeine, I need just enough to be on, but pump, that is something I don't fuck with. So already you have fucking 3 items already in that fucker. And here's the secret. Shake it up. You got so much in there, it's gonna kind of like foam. It's gonna start to like lather, almost into like a smoothie type texture. While I do that, boom, take this, take on this. We'll make this. I'm gonna eat this right before we hit the car, right before. Okay. That. Still measuring everything out, don't be a dickhead. Do a half a tablespoon if I can get it from this one. That thickums. You like your honey like you like your bitches, sweet and thick. Fast forward this shit to the fucking edit. You like that? What does that remind you of?
It's time to buy some more.
But just when you think you're done. Alright, middle mix and mash today. Alright. Right there. Get them all in there. That's sweet. Oh, that's sweet. Right there. A little bit of sauce. Door. One last fucking hit to the insulin. This motherfucker. Okay. Now. It's so funny because people be like, artificial sweeteners don't have them, but they're eating like fucking vegan, fucking pancake sausages that are made in like a fucking backyard factory.
Laboratory.
Yeah, some laboratory fucking fun-made plant-based meat. But they're like, oh, artificial sweeteners is where they draw the line. Alright, now while this cools down, guarantee my shake is perfect. Already ready to go. Just finished this. I used to be like drinking it on the way, and the drive is only like 20 minutes, so I was getting like 2 workouts in, 3 workouts in before I started hitting. Can't do that. It was just making me drag. It was miserable. Now I'll pound that right now. We'll eat this. I'm gonna show you guys around the house real quick. We'll be on our way, and it'll smack right in time for us to get in, start getting that fucking blood flowing. My man Karen, he's eating his cream of rice, so I eat my cream of rice. I don't have that flavored Elevate shit. I don't know. Have you tried that?
Mm-mm.
Keep hearing about it. But this is how you work. You're like, yo, what? I want to be fucking big and jacked. What do they eat? Cream of rice? Okay, guess I'm eating fucking cream of rice. Y'all are like, I want to look like him. But you're eating fucking Quiero Taco Bell 4 days a week. It ain't gonna happen, homie. None of that bullshit. Connie. I got a bookshelf upstairs, but I got so much fucking books just from 75 Hard, just consistently doing that. We got that, a record player, we got the yard. If you live in the South or Texas, you just know it might rain at any time. I feel like it's gonna rain right now, and it'll probably be 90 degrees in a minute. So, patio furniture in there, you can see it fucking poured last night for no damn reason, but got the yard. Fine, inside, let's go, come on. Inside, let's go. I'm hopefully gonna get into some type of tree planting shit and do some more stuff with it. It's just been fucking craziness. I feel like I've already been traveling at least once a month, so the idea of actually getting settled. Before I was traveling here consistently, now I'm here traveling everywhere else consistently. So between that, the content, I feel like all we ever do is either film or edit. Like we're filming, edit it, or I'm on calls. Like today, we're gonna film, edit. I got, let me turn this. We are gonna film, edit. I got back-to-back client calls, body work, which we're actually gonna show you guys some of that, get into that, and then right back to editing, coursework. It's never ending. So we're getting going. If you've seen my stories, you've seen the famous stepping pad. I like to pretend that I'm in nature when I'm doing it, like I'm outside. So I just face the fucking wall sometimes. So we got that. Downstairs closet. Downstairs guest bath. This is Concho. This is the fucking man of the house. This is king of the castle, king of the castle. Lays around like he's been paying all the bills and he's tired.
And B.
And we got guest bath, guest bedroom that eventually we're hoping to turn into Dustin's room. If I can ever convince him to move out here and just live and make protein, work with me full time. Desk. Another one. So the good thing about this one is this actually turns into another bed. So we got 2 guest bedrooms plus this, and the downstairs couch also goes into like a queen. So essentially, all the friends that I don't have and don't care to have could stay here if I wanted to. Work in progress, work in progress. And I've now realized one closet is not enough. I'll probably need like a full shoe closet because as you can see right here, they're just like stacking in the corner of the box and just coming up from all like the fucking tons and tons of shoes I have, and like I still wear nothing but Converse and Vans, but I have like $600, $400 pairs of Jordans that just sit. I'll take out so they don't go bad. But we built those. Why are you on my bed? And the cool thing about this, one of the reasons when I first toured the house that I loved, was the shower. I love the idea of having a rain shower. Or what is it? Rain shower?
No, rain shower.
Rain shower? Mm-hmm. That was like it. And funny story about this house, it wasn't even on my list. It wasn't even like top 4. Last minute before I was in Texas, and my realtor had texted me like, hey, there's an open house. If you have time before your flight, if you want to pop over. I was like, no, fuck it. Popped over, walked in, and I was like, yep. Saw the neighborhood, and this is some wholesome neighborhood shit where like the kids ride bikes and shit together on the weekends. Like there's like fucking tire swings and shit, and there's bunnies in the yard all the time. So we're in some wholesome shit right now, but still lots and lots of work to do. I feel like everything is still so unput together, but we're getting there. We're on our way. If you have any recommendations, if you are someone who's a feng shuier, if you're someone who knows how to decorate, and you're like, hey dude, you should do this and that, drop it in the comments, because I feel like I'm just always right. If it was up to me, I would just have like a room and it'd be like my fucking inside stairmaster and some weights and then his shit. So, but it is time. I can already feel some of the pre starting to flow in. It's probably just all in my head, but we're gonna pound this banana. Then it is time to go hit the gym. One thing I actually forgot to throw in my shake is my creatine, which I take pre and post workout. So I'm doing 5 grams pre, 5 grams post. Now I actually have been using Cell Chem, which has creatine in it, as well as all the other recovery aminos and shit. But before I even go in, I'm doing at least 5 grams. And I don't know the exact science behind the timing. I think you can't prove it, but I'll tell you this: when I'm taking my creatine on deck, at first when I don't take it, I know the difference. So we're just gonna do this like we're in that, what's that one Mexican show with the drug cartel?
Narcos?
Yeah, we're doing some narco shit right now. Goes down like water. But intro workout, we're just gonna be going basic aminos. I don't do carbs intra workout. I don't feel like I'm at a point where I have crack on my lips. Nah. I'm not at a point where I have enough carbs to be just fucking using 50 intra workout. Like whenever you see certain lifters doing that, I feel like you have to have carbs to spare. I'd much rather have my carbs in actual food and have a 5th, 6th meal than be like, oh, I'm gonna have a fucking some sugar in my shake. Or you know what I just saw it do? I think it was, give me the name of the fucking open, smaller guy.
Open, smaller guy.
One that can't crack top 2. Keeps trying.
Open.
But he beat C-Bum in the open in Europe.
Martin
just didn't have any. He put some gummy bears in some water and was just doing this. And I was like,
yeah, Martin be sick with it.
Come on, brother. But,
I was doing the chicken smoothies.
The fucking what?
Chicken smoothies.
What the fuck is...
Sick.
He was blending them up?
Yes.
You know what? For what reason? For what is the reason?
He said it gets down easier.
He got that N-word in him. That's what it is. But yeah, alright. This is it. We're hitting the road. Look what you did. We are hitting the road. It is time to fuck up some upper body. It's starting to heat up in this bitch. But also, I took some thermogenic before my cardio at 5 this morning, so that's probably actually what I'm feeling. Let's get it. Busy for 9 a.m. on a Wednesday. I'll tell you this though, the reason I love this gym, I started to love this gym because of the equipment, but what actually made me now love the gym is the fucking energy. Everyone here is always down to fucking put in work. And also, everyone here is nice as fuck. When I moved to Long Beach, I would go to the gym for a year. No one trying to come up, talk, make convo, be like, where are you from, this and that. Like, I didn't know nobody. People in LA, they're not gonna go out of their way to make convo most times. But you will occasionally meet some people that are cool, or people that moved to LA that aren't from LA, that are more likely to be friendly, smile. But for the most part, not like that. Here, at least once a week, someone just nice and makes convo. And it makes it so much easier for someone like me who just, I've been here less than 2 months. And it just makes you feel like, oh yeah, like there's fucking a lot of nice people in the world. Oh yeah, like you don't need to feel super lonely in a new city, because people like that will just make you feel like, yeah, I want to be here. So, quick note, if you ever see someone at the gym who's new, haven't seen them before, and they're friendly and you're friendly, takes nothing to smile, takes nothing to wave, takes nothing to compliment them, say they're doing great. Even if you don't like their outfit, hey bro, you look great today. You never know. It's not that busy. It looked busier over there, I guess because everyone's on fucking cardio. Today, like I said, is a motherfucking push day. We're gonna get chest, blast some chest, throw some shoulder movements in there, get some triceps, and like you saw us previously do, probably do at least one glute movement, but primarily upper body. The glutes, so I might just give them a little bit of love, a little bit of attention, just stimulate that muscle a little bit. But for the most part, gonna be a push day. We're gonna fucking tear it up. Already feel the pre and pump going. Pump cover will probably be coming off by workout number 2. Let's get it. I've been taking the extra day off for a month now. I'm not feeling better. I don't feel more recovered. I'm not feeling buffer. Does it take longer? Drop in the comments. Do you believe you need 2 days off? Because I was taking 1 day off for years. I feel great. Well, not feel great. I'm old, so I feel achy, but I don't feel a difference between having a day off midweek versus when I was just taking Sundays off. So let me know in the comments, how many days do you work out? How many days do you take off? And if you went from taking less days off to more days off, did you see a significant difference? Let me know how long it took you, because I'm about done with it. I'm about to start just tear it up 6 days a week again and just fucking blast it. Oh yeah. What do you do, a 5 day on, 2 day off? Did you notice a difference?
It's kind of like, I could do both.
Yeah.
But it's just more about how much time I have.
Yeah. So I feel like 6 days, 50-minute workouts is almost like elite. I don't feel like I'm recovering any different now than I did when I was doing 6 days. If anything, I'm just like, the only difference I feel now is going back from taking 2 leg days to the 2.5. But I also think on Mondays, I'm just going so hard in the fucking paint on my quads, especially after coming off a day off, because Sundays are my rest day. I go into my leg day and I'm just like ready to fuck it up. Like on Sunday, I was like this, waiting, like, Thursday, I'm like, this, waiting for leg day. So I think Monday, I just go so hard in the fucking paint that I've just been sore as shit. But it's also, the coach I'm working with still has me doing cardio 5 times a week on stairs. So like my legs, I'm tearing them up, and then the first thing in the morning, I'm on the fucking stairs. They're sore as shit. And then like they'll feel better by the day, and the first thing in the morning, I'm back on the stairs. So I feel like they're getting worked every day, even when I'm not doing legs. So it's like making the recovery kind of shit. But I'm a person that I will follow a plan. If I hire you, eventually I'll be like, yeah, fuck you, on to the next. But for now, I will follow the plan. And the stairs do something to my legs. I feel like my legs respond super well to doing stairs consistently. Like there's even like right now, creeping up in water weight excess since the cut. I'll see it more, like my my abs don't want to be there. They're holding on for dear life, they don't want to be there. My legs have stayed pretty lean, and I will contribute some of that to the fact that I'm still doing stairs for a half-hour day. But I also then compare myself to fucking like enhanced athletes, where I'm like, well, Nick Walker's only walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes for 2. I'm like, why are you even looking at him? Like, why is that even my comparison? But we're almost there. Let me roll this out. We'll get it. I'm sweating under this new fit, dark head to toe. This is probably one of my favorite fits that I've gotten from them in a while. And I got I got shit on 2 out of the last 3 drops. That was just like fire, Bushido, fire. This one, I almost didn't even see it because they had all the WWE drop. And then I was like, let me just scroll. I scrolled all the way to the bottom. I was like, oh, that's tough. That's tough. So, and I fucking love it. It's like almost like tracksuit style. I thought it was cloth when I got it, and I was even happier that it wasn't. But the problem with living in Texas is that it's dark and cloudy and rainy, but it's also 100 degrees. So I have to dress for 4 seasons in a day. One thing I'm gonna make sure I implement today that has kind of been on my mind this entire weekend and last week is I need to go a little bit slower tempo. Gonna be focusing more on lighter weight, just a little bit higher rep, and just making sure I'm getting back to activation, especially with all the shit that's been going on with my shoulder and everything. I'm like, I just want to feel it again. I want to be able to start feeling the fucking muscle. So I'm gonna go a little bit lower weight and just really fucking try to pound it out. Also, I'm tasking myself to get better at counting, because sometimes you think you're good at counting, and it's a good thing about filming everything, and you can watch back and be like, bitch, I thought I did 13 and I did like fucking 9. So we're gonna make sure that we're actually going back to getting some fucking crazy pumps, crazy blood flow. We're a little bit less on PRing all the time. Let's get back to basics a little bit and see how my body responds to that, as opposed to me being like, let me try to force it to go through weight. I'm actually gonna get back to seeing, let me force the muscle to work, especially with things like chest, back. I wanna fucking feel it. I don't wanna just pump weight. And if I really wanna do a show in the next 9 months, I need to try everything to see what I can do to actually fucking get some really good definition, really good flow going. So nice and slow, easy does it. See, that felt good. And I'm trying to take a tip. I was watching a Nick Walker video, and he says, as opposed to like being down here and pushing through the elbow and shoulder, to increase mind muscle, he literally forces his chest to flex until a machine is moving. He's actually forcing the fucking mind muscle connection. So I'm trying it, and that's benefit. When you're following different people, not knowing God, I don't care if you're Lane Norton, fucking following C-Bum, be able to take all the information, see what works for you, take the good, throw out the bad. But if I can just take one tip, if I can watch a 60-minute video like you saw we were doing at the house and get one nugget and apply it to my training, be better, it's worth it. Always learning. Let's get it. We're gonna throw 10 on there. Ooh, it felt good. Whoa, see, like 3/4 of the way into that one, started feeling it in my bicep and shoulder, and literally mentally I had to be like, nope, 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 stop. You saw my hand kind of open up just a little bit and just keep fucking pushing the chest. That's why I say push is a tricky motherfucker, especially if you're combining your entire push day, because I want my shoulders pumped up, but not right now. And you want your, chest pumped up, but then later you want to feel the shoulder. I think being able to develop mind muscle connection, especially on push day, is imperative because A, injury prevention, being able to go a little bit lighter in weight, just feel it. But I also feel like people think there's only one way to progress. That's only weight. That's not true. That's why you see bodybuilders, you'll see a huge dude in the gym, and you're like, why is he lifting the same as me? But he looks fucking 1,000 pounds heavier. It's probably the way he's lifting. Also a little needle in the butt probably, but that's neither here nor there. Still takes hard work. Keeping the theme, not going heavy. Where's that at? Well, that was the old person moment. If you ever squint and look for no damn reason, why the fuck am I? Hit him right there. That owns a McLaren. I think I actually know what it is. If you saw our video, plot twist, that McLaren was not mine. But I actually think I know I think I know him actually. McLarens are sick. One of my old clients, Peter, all he does is carbon fiber for luxury cars. And he let me take his around the block. He's like, here, like drive it. I was like, you wanna let me drive it? That thing is like, you fucking touch it, and it's like, you gotta be careful. Same thing, I drove a Lamborghini. I drove from South Bay, LA to Hollywood, which is like more North Bay. And it just like, it feels like a spaceship in the movies. When the movies and everything's like this, that's how it feels driving one of those things. And me, like, I'm such a fucking delusionally confident motherfucker. I'll drive it like I'm driving my fucking Mustang. No, it is not. 80 in a Lamborghini does not feel like 80. It's just something that feels different, brother. Alright. We're gonna alternate crossovers right here. So I'm actually gonna go here to here for at least 12, so it's at least 6 alternations. Oh. 12 alterations. I said 6, but it's 6 per side. 12 altering. Ooh, once you start getting type of nerve shit, you start feeling that shit down your arm. But I might actually lower it even more, just keep it away from my shoulder a little bit. Just play with that angle. Oh yeah, all that really does, I'm here crossing, trying to get a little bit more squeeze as opposed to just coming here. Just the more I can contract, the better. So just trying to get as big a contraction as possible. But that one felt even better. Didn't go up in weight, contracted better, felt it 10 times more without changing anything. So now have a little bit more fun with the last one, go up in weight. Ooh. I did not like how that felt. Hold up. Let's get that old boy. At this motherfucker. As you guys have seen, I've not been like supersetting a lot of stuff, but I've realized for the sake of energy prevention and time prevention, some things I'm gonna superset because I wanna make sure like I'm getting a great lift. Yes, I wanna have optimal, and yes, I wanna have muscle focus, but I need to enjoy this shit. And like having a 2-hour lift, by the time I get triceps, I'm toast. By the time I hit shoulders, I'm toast. And yes, I'm gonna hit it again later in the week, but you still don't wanna all of a sudden have this one body part that you're like, oh yeah, that one's fine. So you just start like pushing it to the back of your lift, giving it like most minimal energy, and before you know it, it's a weak body part. So a little superset, soupy set It won't hurt. But I love that slow tempo on the fly. I'm actually gonna go up 5 pounds. That's it. Certain hours, it'll just be like a never-ending fucking. There's always something to do. Like, you get it, bro. Like, there's always something to do. So even like when a girl's like, "Are you finished?" No, but I'm gonna put my phone in D&D because if not, it's like. And on top of that, it'll do something, and like I'm that person in the back of my mind where I'm like, I'll try to lay there, hear vibrate, and in my mind I'm like, what the fuck is it? I just can't. So I have to put it on D&D. But even like things with like you, if it's like you and me, like there's certain people where I'm like, I'll fucking put it that it'll go through. But the people I have that go through D&D would know not to fucking hit me up at certain hours. But it's also hard now. I'm 2 hours ahead of like half my business. Like all my business in California, they don't think they're hitting me up at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. They're hitting me up at 7, 8. They just got done. If they need shit from me, I almost have to be available at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Whew. Keep moving. Keep moving. One more. Ah. Where I can just fucking blast them and blast them and blast them, and I'm not feeling it anywhere but like I could just go heavy, slow tempo. My triceps, just my mind muscle connection is fire. Probably better than anything else in my body, outside my quads. Yeah. That's beautiful. All right, we are gonna go move on to some fucking dips. Let's get it. Oh, we got a good pump going. That's a good pump going, folks. So if y'all remember last time we did this, and I tried to fuck around and find out with this fucking handle, not doing that today. I'm going straight to that close neutral grip. Like I said, it's still gonna get a little bit lower, but I really just want to blast my triceps right now. I'm not worried about chest right now. Ooh, that burned so fucking good. And it burned 10 times more if I had just doubled up the weight and had to like try to get my shoulder out of it. Just fucking pumping the entire time. And now we can go up with the pump. Got a fucking vein come out the damn neck. God damn. Whew, that's good. We're gonna get a couple more for you. Webby's got to go get his learning on, and then we're gonna see you back at the house. But we'll give you guys one more movement. Naturally, like I wanted to go to some intensifiers and just do partials. So I tell myself, chill, 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 chill. It's hard, dude. When you're someone who wants to go like pedal to the metal, just fucking go all the time, But then you're also realizing that sometimes that's not the best way to actually get where you're trying to go. And especially trying to keep inflammation down, trying to keep stressing the body down, trying to recover. Some days are going to be days where you just fucking put your dick on the table and go balls to the wall. Other days, just make yourself. And if you're a fucking you're a goer, it's sometimes more work to slow down than it would be for you to just go fucking all out and balls to the wall. All right, folks, we are back. We're doing post-workout. Let's do some glutamine and some water, and then doing the cell chem, which already has the creatine that I need post-workout, as well as the aminos, and also some KSM 66 is now in this motherfucker, so increasing that recovery. Only doing this once a day, and then I'm gonna show you what we're eating, which is gonna be some egg whites. If you don't eat egg whites, you just don't give a fuck about your life and muscle. Look at that mess. Some egg whites and then a mega fit breakfast, and it's gonna go straight into these sexy missiles that you're looking at. So let's get to it. All right, we are doing 4 ounces of egg whites. Lucky me, 4 ounces of egg whites in this hoe. And if you don't know how to measure, you just put that bowl on, tear it off, click till you see Oz. We're gonna go for 4 today. Pan's already heating up. I've burned through like 4 pans just since I got out here, but it's not my fault. You shouldn't be claiming to be non-stick if you can't make it through me, because I'm gonna test you. Going 4 ounces, and we're actually getting some protein pancakes in. And I'm just gonna start dropping all the macros in the video. But boom, no whole eggs for me today because I have a treat tonight. I get some protein pizza. And I do the full thing, none of that half serving size. I want to know who the fuck of you guys is making a full pizza and then having half of it, because you're just more God gifted than I am, because I'm going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to track around the whole thing. So less fats during the day. We're saving it for tonight. I mean, only egg whites, and then we're still going to treat ourselves with those pancakes. So here we go. Cook pretty fast, so while that cooks, I'm gonna run over here. Fire, fire, fire. Oh, there we go. And that's gonna cook pretty quick, so while that's cooking, boom. These good to go. Already got them. 2.5 minutes. I like my food hot. Some people are like room temp, don't really care. I'm not that person. I've only recently become that person where I'm like, nah, I want my shit hot. So we're gonna go. 2 is supposed to be a lucky number. Let's go 2 minutes and 22 seconds. These are already almost done. Already got the pancakes cooking. I don't need pretty. I just need quick and to the point. I just need quick and to the point. We don't need pretty eggs, you know. Got the pancakes, and I'm gonna show you how I measure these out with my syrup and a little spray butter. I know what everyone's gonna say. Oh, that's not real butter. Well, sucks to suck. These are real muscles, and I'm real fucking lean and buff, so obviously something's working. Boom. I'm going for 2 tablespoons, 30 milliliters. It's gonna get real sexy. This is how you should be putting on. Like, if you're serious about getting in shape, serious about getting lean, this is how you should be applying your sauces. Like, if you're still freehanding and you're confused why you're not losing weight, it's probably a good reason you're not losing weight, because you're freehanding all your fucking sauces and your creamers and your extras, and they add up, I promise. Like, it's 15 calories, it's not a lot, but you do that 10 times throughout the day. Someone do that math for me in the comments, because thank you. 15 times 10 is 150?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Okay. Time to grub, and I will see you for a massage, I believe.
I'm Rosie. I'm a sports massage therapist. and I've been doing massage therapy for 8 years, and I absolutely love it. I do a lot of sports and pain management and injury, things like that. So just like it that everybody feels better. More tension than you did last time. Was there something different that you did?
I felt less tension than I did last time.
You feel less?
I feel less. I've been trying, but just
what it does, it just brings that blood flow up, releases that fascia, and it also kind of calms down the nerves as well too, even though it doesn't look like it is, but it also helps calm down the nerves, so I can do a lot more better muscle work on her. Just helps her get a little bit more relaxed and releases that tension, because we're right now just kind of easy just breaking up that fascia and trying to loosen it up as much as possible before we actually get into some deep tissue work to help her muscles relax and get into more of a recovery mode, and just increasing circulation, increasing blood flow, and that helps with her muscles recovering faster, gives her better technique and better recovery time each time she works out.
okay, so pretty much when I moved out here, I just did the drive. I had just had EDC, all that stuff. My body was fucked, and I was able to find something to come out here. And I want someone good, I want the fucking best. So, coming out here on a week-by-week basis, and it's been fucking phenomenal. She's gonna make me cry today, which you guys will enjoy seeing. But right now, she's gonna have me get down naked, and that part I charge for. So.
Out of like all your clients, is the neck, shoulder blade area kind of the worst part for most of them?
It's always neck and shoulders, and that's the most common, but that's because if you really think about it, we do a lot with our upper body. So the next one is hips and legs, and hips and knees, but I would say, like 70% of my clientele, it's always neck and shoulders. So rhomboid areas that we do, so that's here in between. I also do her traps, which is also all of this that's laid out here, down here. We get into, of course, the teres major minor, and that's here as well. And again, and the teres major minor is always something that is super tight, because it's a muscle that's used all the time. It's in a consistent state of contraction. So we also have the superhero muscles, which is your supras, which is here, deltoid all around here. All of that is in that rotator cuff, the shoulder muscles, things like that. So when she came to me, she was complaining of pain here and into that shoulder. So we're just kind of working into that, and with everything that she's been telling me, we always get into the neck, because all these muscles tie up and come up here into the neck area. It causes tension headaches. So everybody that's got tension headaches, it has to do with posture or how you're working, or just kind of, you know, everyday life that you're doing. That kind of gets in there as well too. Here, subscap is on the front side of her, it's on the front side of that scapula. So scap's here, subscap is here. And a lot of people are like, man, it's like right under that shoulder blade. Can you get in there? I sure can. So this is how you do that. Yeah, so that's just kind of lifting it up right there. You see that? So sometimes we get to get that muscle released a little bit because it holds a lot. And we get into that pec area.
You feel that pop?
Female clients, I always ask, are you okay with me working on your pecs? But since we've been working together for a while,
I'm like, yeah.
it's like, get in there.
Get in there.
And what I'll do is like a pin and stretch, just to kind of help the muscle release a little bit.
I feel like shooting up.
In that area?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that armpit here in just a minute.
In fact, I'm volunteering to do it. I should tell you how dedicated to my craft.
Yeah, you know, and this is another reason why I like working with athletes a lot, is because they're invested and they like looking good, and they want to do their techniques correctly. So, and the better way to do that is to do the active movements, to do the recovery, and to kind of help your muscles relax and get better, because the better your muscles look, the better you look, and the better the technique you guys can do, that kind of helps. You know?
Is it taught in like massage therapy school to try to have a casual conversation while you're elbow deep in someone?
So that is like, okay, let's just stay quiet. That depends completely on the client. So if the client wants to talk, let them talk. And you're just here to work and to listen.
I'd rather just eat my food. You know, but
Will talk my ear off, and then I've had people that are just, they're there and they're trying to breathe through it.
Us.
So we take our turn. Yeah, it's like 70-30.
Yeah. Doing here is kind of getting that pec from the sternum side. When it's contracted here in the middle, so you want to get that belly, but you also want to get, you know, where it's attached to the sternum, and just kind of like get in there and kind of help it relax a little bit as well too, so that the muscle can look a little bit more supple and more relaxed. And it just kind of helps the muscle kind of like, oh, okay, we're just gonna hang out. There you
Are
go.
you in the kitchen?
Ready? So me going slow like this on her quad is just doing some myofascial work. And all I'm doing is just allowing her muscle to let me move. So when that happens, that's just telling me that the fascia is getting, is loosening up. It doesn't take much for the fascia just because it's a very thin layer and it's very superficial, and it melts like butter, and it helps the muscle breathe when it relaxes.
It's the first time I kind of heard that term before, like letting the muscle let me through.
Can be painful, just depending on the pain tolerance of the client.
How's my pain tolerance?
Today is actually pretty good.
Yeah, gotta be tough.
You see that twitching right there?
Yeah.
I think the first time that I worked on her quads, I was barely here and they were twitching up here, and I was like, whoa. Dang, girl, when was the last time?
It was my first time.
Yeah, you probably don't want to touch me then.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. I might have to put a belt in my mouth.
That's how I was. She put her fucking thumb in my armpit. I was like, I feel like I was getting tattooed, like inside the armpit. It was that bad.
Yeah. To get massages is always either after a workout or a day after a workout, just because the body is already fatigued, and the assumption is you're increasing your chances of getting hurt if you do a workout after a massage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So with that, it's because your muscles are already fatigued from being worked on. Even though you're laying on a table, you're moving muscle and you're increasing circulation and you're moving things around, so that you're working the muscle, you know, regardless of what it is that we're doing, and it puts you in that state of fatigue and you're trying to recover. So when you're in that state of recovery, that's what helps your body get better, stronger, faster. Do a combine with the rookies for the Dallas Cowboys, which was super fun, super amazing. It was through Sports Academy, and it was just, I learned so much. Even though I'm 8 years in, I feel like there's still a lot for me to learn as a massage therapist, and working with these pro athletes was amazing. It was fun. It was something I would love to do it again. So, you know, and just working out with them, or just, you know, working with them and getting them back to recovery and doing the recovery routine with them was different, and it was fun. I liked it. I learned a lot.
At least with bodybuilders specifically, what are some of the muscle groups that get the most attention, or you find the most stress in?
The most stress in, I feel like it's hip and shoulders. That's like, I always get, it hurts when I do incline bench press or decline bench press, or doing butterflies this way. It's like it's in the shoulders, or my pec hurts. I feel a lot of it is just upper body stuff. their lats. And as far as the hip is concerned, it's just more of a range of motion kind of type deal. So I have to get them stretched out. And
I'm surprised not more, you can say like more lower back shit.
yeah, a lot of that lower back.
But I guess that would be like a lot of glutes.
And glutes, hamstrings, lower back. Also, so the front part, hip flexors, that psoas, getting into that belly is a lot, you know. Those are a lot of the major points that I always hit on bodybuilders because of all the squatting that they do and then the upper body work that they do. But it's usually hips and shoulders for bodybuilders. Women have higher pain tolerance.
It's not even the question. I would never repeat that.
Yeah, I think I'm cutting that part out. Men are the babies.
Men are the babies. Don't get me wrong, some will like, you know, hold their yell, but they're like, ah! But women are more kind of calm when they're taking in the actual techniques that I'm doing. They're a little bit more calmer than men. But it's fact. It's not. It's actual fact. "90 degrees is functional. Anything past 90 is actually flexibility, more flexibility."
It's just because I'm holding this real tight.
We'll give you that. You're holding the sheets so you don't get exposed. And
You want to show flexible, we'll just release the sheet.
that's why I usually have, you know. So all of this is getting into that glute here, into that lower back, getting into that glute here. My favorite is getting deep into that hip here. So I love doing this one, leaning back. There you go. See? Now you're past 90.
Single, folks.
No, you are not.
You want to come and start talking shit about my flexibility?
That's what you pay me for.
This shit.
You pay me
background.
for answer.
I didn't see that in my tax deductible. Background shit talker.
I told you to.
So, I mean, now we know the importance of stretching. It gets you flexible.
Yeah.
Gets you married.
Gets you married.
Wrong finger, but.
Gets you married.
All right, it is time to get my butt cheeks worked on with me. I will see y'all for the next meal. So, comment what you feel like your fucking worst body part is that would make you scream. Because mine is pretty much anything between my ankles and my neck. So, leave me a comment. Go ahead. Let me know how you feel about all the information dropped. Or anything you learned today, drop in the comments. But I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Alright, I was so fucking hungry by the time I had lunch after my massage that I totally scarfed my lunch and did not even show you, but it was shredded beef with potatoes, and I just took it down like 30 seconds. This right here is gonna be my last snack before dinner. Dinner's where the real treat comes in, but we're doing some slaw, a little spinach. I have half a cup of rice in there, and then 4 ounces of 99% lean ground turkey. I'm gonna put all the totals in the fucking screen for you, but for now, we're getting a little bit of this sauce. Give a little flavor. It's almost like a turkey roll type salad, if you will. So do a serving size of that. This is that G. Hughes sweet and sour. Good thing about having like a fucking plethora of sauces is that no meal is quite the same. Some days it's a honey mustard meal, some days it's a sweet and sour salad, some days it's barbecue, but we're gonna fuck this up. Nothing crazy, just turkey, little bit of veggies, and a little bit of rice. And we're just gonna mix it up, and it's all going in one whole. I'm that person, I'm mixing it up. So. Right, yeah, a little hat change. Left the other one upstairs, but my hair is crazy, so I just threw it on when it was downstairs. The last and final meal of the day, the one I've been waiting for, the one I've tracked my macros based around, and the one I'm gonna fuck up more than all the others, the MegaFit protein pizza. Okay, so this says just like put it right on the fucking, like, what's it called, little metal piece, the oven slab, I don't know, I'm not fucking Betty Crocker, I don't know, I just know how to eat fucking proteins and rices and potatoes. But I like a soft crust pizza. I like a thick, soft, some like fat-free ranch on the side type pizza. So I actually put it in the pan, let it get just cooked enough, and then I take it out like 8 minutes later and put it, I know you're not gonna like this, in the microwave to finish cooking the middle, but it keeps it soft. And drop in the comments, are you a thick cruster or are you a thin cruster? Let me know. So thick crust versus thin crust. I'm thick crust. I'm the type where, like, when I was in Italy and they're trying to give me all this thin crust pizza that's all authentic, I don't give a fuck. Where's the fat-free ranch? Where's the thick? Where's the chew? So this is going in. This is gonna be the last meal of the day, and I'm gonna show you how it comes out. Perfecto. Fortunately for me, and unfortunately for y'all, I already got halfway through this pizza before I remembered that I'm supposed to be showing you what the fuck is up. But fucking fire as fuck. This one's already fucked up. Got the fat-free ranch on deck. Got a little cherry Coke. So this, I'm just gonna finish. I'm not even gonna share this moment with anyone but me because I treasure my MegaFit pizza night so much. So final end of day macros: 185.6 grams of protein, 257 grams of carbs, only 45.8 grams of fucking fat. That's a good day. That's a great day. And I'm gonna enjoy this meal to myself. So if you want to enjoy this, also use my code Sharpe. You don't have to, but I would just say you're a fucking doo-doo if you're not taking advantage of what I have to offer. With time, subscribe, like, and I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one.